let's talk about consent, free will, free choice, and liberty. Liberty, I was first introduced to it as a Parelli instructor, and I was really, really excited to, like a student of mine just said, dance with horses, right? How wonderful. And the structure of the program said, well, first you teach online, then you teach freestyle, which is riding on a loose rein. Then you teach liberty, then you teach finesse on a concentrated rein. And I was so excited about the progress that I had made with Parelli Natural Horsemanship as a student and then as an instructor. I was a really successful instructor. I got to teach Mark Weiler, the president of the company, so I really thought I had my shit together, right? Well, this whole idea of liberty, how did we start? We started in an arena with the lead rope and the halter, and we taught our horse the 7 games. What are the 7 games? Well, they start out with desensitization. Desensitization as friendly game, we also call it a confidence game. And when I started to question the program, that was one of the first things that I realized was that horses, because everybody started out at a standstill, would stand there quietly still, but there was always some form of tension in the horse's body, mostly in the poll, in the neck area, starry eyes, maybe wrinkles in the nose and mouth area, tight lips, tight chin, reduced blinking rate. All of these things showed me that there was a lack of relaxation, mentally, emotionally, and physically. So I stopped doing friendly game at a standstill, and I started to teach my students in motion. So can your horse walk, trot, canter, and can you do rhythmic motion and your horse keeps rhythm, relaxation, and interconnection? Okay, so I figured, well, there you go. I'm going to do the friendly game differently. But then I realized, well, then we have the porcupine game, and we have the driving game, and the yo-yo game, and the circling game, and the sideways game, and everything was about movement. And the idea that we're disengaging the hiney so that the horse gives us 2 eyes and 2 ears. And I had my horses trained to the point where I can look at their hind end and they would go, yes, ma'am, you get 2 eyes and 2 ears. So my dog wants to go home. It's too hot. Funny. No, but you're not pulling, okay, babe? By the way, Merlin, no, we're not pulling. Thank you very much. Merlin is my rescue who was tied to a tree for the first 10 years of his life, and we're just learning to walk on a leash and to not bark at cars driving by and people walking by and neighbors' dogs and stuff like that. And he's actually doing pretty good. Okay, back to the horses. So everything was about movement and hide the hiney, disengage the hind end, and cause the horse to give you 2 eyes and 2 ears. And then I started thinking about the causing idea, because we would always say, well, we don't make our horses, we cause our horses. And I thought, making, causing, is there really a difference? In the end, we want to get the task done, right? It is task-orientated. 4 phases: suggest, ask, tell, promise. Fly, mosquito, blackbird, eagle. Have an effective phase 4, right? Make the right thing easy and the wrong thing difficult. And I thought, okay, all these 7 games are really about moving the horse. And are task orientated, and we're following through with our request. We're making things happen. And I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, not so cool. So then I thought, okay, so now that that pattern got created online, move your hiney, porcupine game, move away from steady pressure, driving game, move away from rhythmic pressure, move forwards and backwards, move in a circle, move sideways. And then we're going in a small area like the round pen, and then those patterns that we have already established in our horse, we're just asking for them to be repeated at liberty. Now, what does the word liberty mean? Liberty, freedom. Freedom. So the next thing that I noticed was I was in Florida, and we had a instructor play day, and oh boy, was I excited to have all these wonderful people around me and to all play with our horses. So we played the catching game. And so one person would be in the middle of the arena, and everybody else would be on the edge with their horses and a stick and string or a flag, a plastic bag. And what would we do? Every time the horse would turn away from the human, I never have that many cars driving up this road. This is the first time ever since I'm walking Merlin that I had more than one car pass us. Okay, back to the horses. So everybody was outside along the arena on the edge there with the horses and the stick and the string and the flag. And what would we do? As soon as the horse would turn away from the human in the middle, we would wiggle our flag and our sticks and our rope and would turn the horse back to the human. We would apply pressure. And I loved it. I thought that was the coolest thing when my horse would come back to you. Little did I know back then that the horse just potentially choose one of the lesser evils, you know. I've got the choice that people have put pressure on me with the flag and the stick and string, which... Hang on for a second. Wait. Now we go through the gate. Wait. Good. Okay. So in the end, there really was no liberty, right? There was no free will, free choice, the freedom to choose. And the more I looked at what I was teaching and the company that I was part of, I could no longer identify myself with that part of my life, and I didn't want to put the name of somebody else behind or in front of my name when I really felt that my values and my belief system was no longer represented. And so I quit. I resigned. And I took big chances because I made good money. And I knew that I had to start from scratch and that I did not want to do what most other people did, just continue to teach natural horsemanship and just not use the Parelli name anymore, when natural horsemanship was really a term that Parelli coined, right? They just didn't trademark it. And so I took some time off and really evaluated what I wanted to teach and what I wanted to focus on. And it was liberty as the freedom to choose. So that's how the relationship reset curriculum was really, that's how I got its start. And if you are interested in what I am teaching now, then just let's put now in the comment section, and we can have a chat how I could help you and your horse find rhythm, relaxation, and interconnection with the freedom to choose, consent, free will, free choice.